All right, so I figured since I did the iRacing test with the Samsung 57-inch dual 4K 240 hertz, along with the RTX 5090 and i9 14900K, that we would now go to Assetto Corsa EVO and do a test there. The tough part here is that I could have used like a third-party FPS monitor, but I'm using like the built-in Steam one, and it's this little gray number in the upper right, so it's going to be kind of tough to see as we look at these previews. It's only showing like 115 to 110 FPS, so I'm assuming this is going to be a little bit lower, which is, I do have the graphics cranked all the way up, ultra settings. And this is obviously a little bit newer game than iRacing. I was just hoping it would utilize more of the 5090 and be able to push it, but you know, in dual 4K, I mean, I think it's 7680 by 2160. I think is what that resolution is. I'm just kind of hip-shotting it, but let's go out and drive some laps and see what kind of performance we get out there. You guys let me know what you think. Just a heads up on the card, it's an MSI 5090 Trio Overclock Edition, and then you've got that 14900. You've got 64 gigs of RAM, and as far as this whole setup goes, this is a GSI's Hyper P1. I've got the Simucube 2 Pro. I'm using a SimCore extension to get that 57-inch dropped down and center, which is really nice. I like the height, and you'll see I'm actually noticing that the field of view that it sets is not the same as iRacing, even though it looks proper. It's cutting the mirror off a little bit, and I'm going to kind of get out of the way to show you guys this. So let's go ahead and hit drive. If I get out of the way right now, you're going to see it cuts off a little bit of that mirror, and it actually doesn't do that in iRacing. So let's see what we can do here. I have not played this hardly at all. So at the start, I'm at about 90. It's obviously, you know, going to be playable. It's going to be preference. I know a lot of people look to get like 120 as like their minimum. Some people can notice the difference. 90, 95. It just dipped down in the 80s there for just a second. I mean, there's so much detail in Assetto Corsa. I mean, look at everything that's going on in the stands. The cars look great. The details of the dash and everything are really nice. I mean, 4K is awesome. Really is. I mean, I've played on a lot of triple setups at like, there's some awesome setups at a local facility here. 98, I was thinking, I don't know why I was blanking on the name. It's called Super Lap here in Michigan. They have some awesome setups. So I've been on really nice triples before. And I mean, it's very immersive. I find myself not looking that far over though, and just looking right here and using my mirrors, maybe the spotter. You know, in a Assetto Corsa EVO, you have the indicator right there in the middle. We'll try to get up alongside somebody right now, and you'll see the indicator pop up. It looks like the FPS though is going to hover around 100. 90 to 100 is all you're going to get without turning the settings down. I mean, they're cranked all the way up. I'm sure it's not necessary. We could turn some things down, but it looks awesome. Oh. Good thing I'm in the traction control and ABS variant of this. 90. It's really tough to look all the way in the very far corner. It only gives you the option of like upper rights and upper lefts, and then, you know, bottom, same thing. 95. Yeah, it's like, it's 90 to 100 pretty much the whole time. I mean, I think this is fine. If you want, you know, the highest quality, I think that you're gonna get it. I'm gonna have to play this game more and mess with my settings. I mean, it was pretty easy to set up. I mean, honestly, the Simucube 2 Pro showed right up. Steering wheel showed right up. I don't know if you noticed, but it looks like the LEDs are decent. They're not perfectly matched for this car, but not too bad. Steering wheel, dash, synced up. I mean, the force feedback's different than iRacing, but it feels solid to me. The feeling of the curbs. I'm just hitting the limiter like over and over, just like talking. And what do we got? 85 with all those cars. Yeah, I mean, I just think that you're going to be around 90 to 100, all depending. So hopefully this was helpful. Like I said in the first video I did, when I was looking to set all this up, there just wasn't a whole lot out there other than like some benchmarking tests. And so I thought that this would be good. And everyone can just comment below, you know, questions, suggestions, anything along those lines. I'm not a sim racer creator, you know, sim racing creator. I just am trying to share results and honestly hear what people have to say. So if you have suggestions, what you found, you know, share them in the comments below, and let me know what else you guys want to see.